Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Dungeon coming at you with a return to the easy mode walkthrough videos. Last time we pretty well cleared up all of the No Man's Wharf. So in this episode we're going to go ahead and wrap that up, do a little bit of the steel, and go down to the gutter. Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to navigate through the gutter. It might seem to be a little bit difficult, but if you follow the path, you'll have no problems, okay? So, first thing I want to do is show you guys what I got going on. This is the Hexer with the awesome threads, and getting very close to the early build that I put on the one of those videos recently. Cool thing, I've got intelligence of 22 and faith of 20. Now, this is very important for a hexer because all up to this point I have been using the sorcerer staff, and sorcerer staff is alright, there's nothing wrong with it in the very early beginning of the game. However, we are going to get basically the best dark staff in the game right here. So once you have your intelligence 22 and your faith at 20, or actually it's intelligence 20 faith 20, then you can talk to this person and he'll give you all the goods, you know what I'm saying? So a couple things to note about these cool items that he just straight up gives you, and I'll talk to him a little bit more and get all the rest of his stuff out. Is that and actually before I even go through and explain what I just got, I'm gonna pick up this dark weapon spell so that I can put the spell on my dark mace and increase the dark damage considerably. So let me show you what I just picked up. I just picked up the Sunset Staff, which is, here it is. It's a very nice staff. It may look as though it doesn't do as much, but I can guarantee you that it does a lot of damage. Alright, look at the scaling on that sucker. Matter of fact, I'm going to equip the other one, and we could take a look at the scaling for the other one too, okay? So, the scaling on this one, it's only about 50 or 60, depending on if you're doing magic attack or a dark attack. Whereas this one, now the base damage is a little bit higher, right? And a lot higher for the dark damage. But look at the scaling. I mean, the scaling is just out of sight, you know what I'm saying? So, the downside, though, to this one is that it's upgraded with Twinkling Titanite. For those of you who are Hexer builds, look, this is the way, alright? This is the way. So, we are going to not use that. We can put it in our offhand, and then, you know, we can buff our weapon. Matter of fact, that's what I'll do right now. I'll keep it in my offhand so that I can buff my weapon with the spell that we just got. And I'll go ahead and memorize that spell too. We're pretty much not going to be using, for right now, we're not going to be using that other spell. We're going to be using Dark Weapon. Alright. And we can use the other spell, but I'm just, you know, not gonna. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna warp over to I gotta do two things. I've gotta upgrade the staff a little bit, which I'll need some souls to do, and I want to make it a dark staff so I can buff up the amount of dark damage that it does. So I have to infuse it, so I have to go to Steady Hand McDuff. The other thing that we're going to do first, actually, is, no, we'll do that second. So I'll go do that real quick, and then afterwards, I will meet you guys at the Things Betwixt, alright? Because there's a couple things we need to do there before we move on to defeat that boss, the Flexile Sentry, I think it's called. So, alright, I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, everyone, so we're back over here at Things Betwixt. We are back to the beginning, as they say. So what we're gonna do is head on down to And I looked this up because I wanted to have the correct terminology here, and it's Dinah and Tillo. Alright, so we're going to climb this ladder and check out Dinah and Tillo. But before we do that, I want to show you guys real quick what I did. I upgraded the Sunset Staff to a Dark Sunset Staff +3, so you can see my dark damage is like twice as much as what it was. The magic damage is similar to what it was, so it still works and stuff like that. It's just, you know, maybe a little bit better or whatever. But yeah, so, and I did memorize Great Soul Arrow, so, because we're gonna need it here in a minute. So anyhow, here's the nest, and I will say something very interesting about the nest is that if you're a little had, or you played and you have the Santier Spear, bring it over here and attack the nest. That is probably the fastest way that you're going to be able to break that rock off of the spear. And just so you guys know, the Santier Spear is probably the best spear in the game. It is just amazing. For a build like mine, I imagine I probably will be using it. But we'll see how it goes. Now, first thing you need to do in order to do this, we've done it before. At the very, very, very beginning of the game, you leave one at a time. So the smooth and silky, we're going to leave one at a time, and then we'll see what happens. It's like a gamble. And I'm not for sure, but I think possibly item discovery might have a little bit to do with what type of drop that you might actually get from these guys. So, and they could, man, I've seen some pretty interesting drops here actually, like demon Channeler's Trident. This is a very, that is, the chance that you get it from a small smooth and silky is like less than 1% or something like that. It's just unbelievably rare, but it seems like I get them all the time. Cool thing about the Channeler's Trident is that if you can actually equip it, so if you have a high enough dex, then you can use the two-handed R2, and instead of an attack, it'll actually buff you and all of your allies for, I think, like 30 or 60 seconds or something like that. It'll give you like a physical buff. So it's pretty cool. The other thing that the Channeler's Trident is actually really good for is poisoning. If you infuse that thing with poison, the R2 attack, one-handed R2 attack, when you use it, it'll rotate the end of it, and it'll hit enemies usually like 3 times or something like that. And then when you do that, it'll hit them 3 times, so it'll build up the poison 3 times with the one hit. And a lot of times you hit them once with the R2 and they're poisoned, and then they start taking dots. So yeah, it's pretty good. The only downside to that though is that, like I've said before, in this game durability is real. Alright, so and there's a poison stone. So, but durability is real, and you'll notice weapons like the Channeler's Trident, you'll use it for, you know, probably 2 or 3 minutes, and all of a sudden that thing is ready to break. So that's like the main downside. For like PvP though, I mean, it's all good, you know. But for PvE, yeah, not. Maybe against a boss that's susceptible to poison, just to get the poison going, you know. Alright, let's try out the small one. Maybe we'll get something a little cooler. I don't know. Haven't been super cool so far. Just a bunch of mostly junk, except for that spear and the poison stone that I don't want. Yeah, okay, so whatever. Sometimes you get some good stuff, sometimes you get some okay stuff, and sometimes you get a Channeler's Trident you don't want, and then nothing else that's really that great. So it's all good. No big worries. We'll get a bunch more of those things here in a little bit. Now, we are here, and you should have, this is very important before you do anything, you should have 2 fragrant branches of yore. If you don't have 2, you need to go back, find out where you didn't get them, and then go pick it up, alright? Now, if you do have 2, then you should have enough to be able to do this, because we're going to need one of those for a little bit in the next episode or whatever. So, go ahead and use it. Alright, and, you know, melee these guys, okay? Because we're going to need the, we're probably going to need, if you're going to do what I'm going to do, you're going to need those spells, actually, for up ahead. So, we've got some basilisks. Oh, shoot. These guys are doing ninja attacks on me. So, and do be mindful for their attacks, because some of their attacks are actually pretty good. Or, not attacks, their drops can be pretty good. So, alright. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go in here and melee this guy. Do be careful with these basilisks though, because you know they can kind of mess you up. They've got some pretty interesting attacks. Now we're gonna drop down here in this hole, but first we're gonna lighten the load. So says Samwise. All right. All right. Oh boy, this is not gonna be good. Okay. I'm gonna have to use a couple spells. I don't think I really have a choice here, because I'm not jumping down there with 3 of those things. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's not good. There we go. What I'll do is kind of maybe butter them up and then hit them up with an arrow. Yeah, he sees me. He totally sees me. Oh my goodness, this guy. Let's see if I can get one of the other ones. Because if I can kill one, I'll feel comfortable enough to go down there. I wouldn't go down there with 3. No way. Even if they're low health, I still wouldn't do it. Oh boy. Oh, that one must be dead. Okay, well. Alright, let's rock and roll then, I guess. Maybe I can get a plunge attack and kill one of them or something like that. There we go. Perfect. Now hug this wall. Reminds me of the Great Hollow, I think it's called. And here's an Estus flask from Dark Souls 1. You know what I mean? So anyhow. Wow, this guy's kind of beefy. So, alright. So, basically at this point, you can move ahead to the bonfire and continue with the rest of the video. Or, because we're going to go and kill the Flexile Sentry. Or, you can do what I'm about to do here. Alright? And that is, see if I can kill this guy here. Alright. I want to kind of get, like, there's 2 dudes and they're both going to charge me. But, one, I think. Let me see if I can kill him. Alright, well, I don't have my binoculars, so I'm gonna try to, whatever. Seems like I need the binoculars or whatever. Just don't go too far down, because there's a pursuer that we're gonna kill, and we don't want to spawn him, you know what I mean? Alright, and both of these dudes are gonna try to attack us, and but what we're gonna do is come into this little hole, and you know, they're dumb, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna, you know, kill them because they're dumb, you know what I'm saying? They're ogres. You know, why would I attack an ogre if, like, where I can get killed if I, you know, don't have to, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to dodge, but, you know, he got nothing on me. Alright, so next thing is what I'm gonna do. Double check here. Put on the ring of blades, and I don't think I'm going to need that. Alright, because the pursuer, you know, is not going to get stunned by me, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do, pop one of these, and you know, early on if I get hit or whatever, I should have used a blossom, a green blossom, you know what I'm saying? That would have been pretty cool. Now it's cool, actually, got a little greedy there. What's really cool is that, oh boy. Whoa, I've never seen him do that move before. What's super cool is he's gonna drop Twinkling Titanite, and I need those now, you know what I'm saying? There you go. Now, for those of you having trouble with them, supposedly you can come over here and I mean, there's water here, so you can like fall off and stuff. Supposedly you can come over here to the other side of this. I don't want to go too far. I'm not exactly sure where the edge is, but you can come over here. It looks like there's, you know, ground or whatever, but there's certain areas like they're not. So you can see, like, you can see the edge right over there. So you can come into the water, supposedly, and you can shoot, you know, spells at him, and he'll get like stuck on the coffin or something like that. You can like get in between, so you can do it somehow. I haven't done it like that before, but I was actually reading it just the other day. So someone posted something somewhere, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Although I mean, maybe you need to, I don't know. I feel like if you are getting good, you know what I'm saying, like, you won't have a problem. I mean, I didn't use an Estus flask. I barely took any damage, you know. Upgrade your weapons. Use a strike weapon. This is strike weapon / dark, and actually I think they're pretty resistant to dark anyways, and I still, like, you know, didn't really have a problem with them. So anyhow, we are gonna go to No Man's Wharf. I'll probably stop in Majula and use these souls. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, everyone, so here I am at No Man's Wharf, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap this area up with the boss. But something I should probably mention, when I was upgrading my Sunset Staff, I did pick something up. I told you that those really big guys in Lost Bastille have a really low chance to drop a cool pyromancy. Well, here it is, Lingering Flame. They actually can drop this, and they actually did. So I did get this spell, which is really cool. Normally you can only buy it from this like sorcerer NPC hexer kind of guy, and he's in the Lost Bastille. You have to like use a fragrant branch to unlock him, and then you have to buy it. And I think it's like 10,000 souls or something really close. I think it's 9,000 souls. So I got it for free. It does take 2 slots to memorize, but it's like pretty cool, man, because you can use it and it'll like leave out this like fire right in front of you, and it doesn't do any damage to you, but as soon as an enemy gets near it, it'll blow up like a landmine or something. So it's pretty cool. It has some very specific uses. So I used the Estus shard And I had enough souls. I had to use a couple consumables, but I had enough souls to be able to get another spell slot unlocked. So now I have a 16 attunement, which is super cool. Super cool. Alright, so again, we want to take out this guy right here before we even move forward. He shouldn't be a problem, actually. As long as I can hit him, I'll be alright. Alright. And sometimes you'll actually get from this area, sometimes you'll get the SIBO. I'm surprised I didn't. The past couple of playthroughs that I've had, I did get it. It's a pretty rare drop from these guys in this area, but matter of fact, a couple times I got 2 of them. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised, but you know, it's whatever. Oh boy. Alright, so I was gonna knock him off, but I was like, well, you know, maybe let me put this thing on. Maybe he'll drop the SIBO, you know what I'm saying? Which would be super cool. Before you summon that guy, because we are gonna summon him, you probably should clear up this area, because I told you before, sometimes NPCs have this weird tendency to jump off the map and stuff. Like, I don't understand, you guys. Alright, well, I kind of wanted to get that SIBO, and I bet you that guy had it, so, you know, whatever. I don't need a SIBO because I've got Hexer spells now, you know what I mean? So, something's not right. You should be able to summon Lucatiel right here. Oh darn it, I better go over there. I bet you I didn't talk to her. Oh boy. Alright, so I'll go over there actually real quick. I know that's a kind of bummer, but I must not have expended all of her dialogue, you know? So that's alright. I'll mess these dudes up. Hopefully. Question mark. And any number of these drops are the SIBO. Oh my god, look at all those drops. Alright. Foot soldier sword. Nope. And I really don't need that to be lit, actually. Infantry axe. I told you guys how rare those things are, and here I am with another one. One shot, and this guy. I was just playing on my other character over here. This dude, I was running right by, and that dude just like came up behind me when I was talking to Lucio, whatever. Yeah. I just want to spawn you or summon you, so I am going to rush through this person's dialogue. Alright, so I think we're good now, so let me go over there and see. If not, then I'm gonna fight this without. I mean, you should be able to summon. I don't. If there's a problem, then you know, it's whatever is a problem. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so summon this dude, and like I said, be careful with these NPCs. You'll summon them, and then they'll fall off the map, and I don't understand any of that stuff. If you're looking for the SIBO, though, I kind of like it. It's pretty good because it's got a really long range. So if you want to like go like all out sniper 360 or whatever, then you know I mean, you could totally do that build if you want, and that's cool. But you'll probably want the SIBO, so you might want to like, you know, chill around the area. And you know what? I want to make sure oh man, I don't want these guys to fall off. I want to make sure I expend all the dialogue over here with this wizard person. You guys are probably gonna... I better kill these barrels. You guys are probably gonna see one of these NPCs fall off the map. Let me talk.
You scrub, but the
I want you to go to Majula. Go to Majula. Alright, well, whatever. Okay. Alright, let's see if you guys can actually see one of these guys just like fall off the map. There's two of them, so that's like 100% increased chance. Did someone fall off? Okay. That's like so much bigger chance because they'll both be trying to walk and then they'll knock the other one over, and it's just... Oh, I thought for sure someone got knocked off. It like, look, it really happens, you guys. See, he's got the bow. Oh, I thought for sure I was gonna get it right there. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, and these are the guys that dropped that lingering flame, actually. Let's see, maybe I'll get another one. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, no, he didn't drop anything. Alright. And that's pretty much it. From this point on, we're going to be fighting the boss. I don't think there's any other chests or anything like that. There is after the boss battle. Now, if you have the warmth spell, you know, you'd be able to cast it right now if you had the pyro flame, and then you can, you know, heal up your buddies before you get into the battle. I'm gonna go full out Hexer, you guys, and I should have probably changed my armor, but I'm going Conan style for this stuff, though. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, 150 damage, and oh, he's still aggroing on me. Look at that. This guy right here, he's gonna cast some spells, though. If you got lightning damage, yeah, that'd be really good right now because of the water. I've talked about this in a couple other videos that I have. When you're wet, even enemies, when they're wet, lightning attacks are gonna do more damage. So, a lightning weapon, if you got that hide sword or something like that, use that. And this guy, he don't want to give up, man. My NPC summons are just attacking him without any consequences. And, hey, I got a bunch more dark spells too, so, you know, whatever. And it's over. Look at that. Easy mode, easy mode, easy mode. Look at that. Flexile Sentry soul is mine. Alright. So, now we're gonna get that pyro flame I've been talking about. My guy was talking about accidentally hit this before hitting the box. So make sure you hit the box. I've always wondered, like, if you could ever come back, and he's like, yeah, you can come back and get it. So that's not really a big deal. But this is where the pyro flame is, and you get a spell. You get fireball, so it's like a bonus right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of cool. All right, a lot of souls. I can't wait to use those. I am probably gonna get my attunement up to 20 before. And look at that, it's like a ghost ship. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna get my attunement up to 20, and then probably gonna get my vitality up to 20, and then once I have that, I will be getting my intelligence and faith up to 30. So yeah, and honestly, yeah, no, that's what I'll do, because getting my 2 scores up to you know, I'll switch my, getting my intelligence and faith up to 30. I mean, dude, once I do that, this character is, I could do whatever I want at that point. So I don't know, I might just go, you know, all out and do that. These guys can drop scimitars and falchions and stuff like that too. So, and cool thing, if you're going for a pyro build, soon we're gonna get that drop right there. Soon we are going to be killing the Lost Sinner, and once you do, if you still have the armor if he didn't kill the armorer and take his clothes in Majula, then you can go talk to the armorer, and he will sell you something called the penal handcuffs or whatever. And if you have those, make sure you get that drop, by the way. If you have those and you're kind of like into pyromancies and stuff, it'll do, I think, like 7.5% more pyromancy damage. So, I mean, why wouldn't you, wear them if you want to be a pyromancer, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so, just to be safe, I am going to access this bonfire. Alright, you don't have to rest at it, just make sure you hit it. And, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. One time, I hit this, rolled out, and I was waiting for this thing to go down, and then I took an extra second to jump off. Like, I didn't do it exactly right away. And because this thing goes down so fast, I fell so far that my character just immediately died. It was very, very cruel. It was Dark Souls, so, just don't mess around with that stuff. Just as soon as, sometimes I'll be like walking into it just to make sure that I fall off at the right time. Because it does move fast. So, anyhow, we are going to go back to the, regular elevation of most of the rest of the stuff, instead of being down in the water. Alright, so from here, I'll tell you what, we're going to link this up actually. But first, I'm going to go run to Majula. I'm going to bump up my ability scores, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and I made my decision. I know I was thinking about attunement, I was thinking about vitality. Look, I'm going full out. There's a saying, the best defense is a good offense. I'm getting my intelligence and faith to a 30 so I can pretty well maximize my hexer damage, because bringing your intelligence and faith from 20 to 30, you get some of the biggest bonuses to your hexer damage. And that's true for pretty well, most of your attack statistics. It's like that for dex and strength. It's like moving from 30 to and there's a guy right here, moving from 30 to 40. Something like that. The highest levels is when you get some of the most insane bonuses. I'm gonna tank that stuff actually. And that's alright. Alright, he's knocked out most of the way. Yeah, okay, so he should be not able to hurt my guy. Alright, so here's the deal. Down here, there's dogs, there's soldier enemies, there's just all sorts of stuff, man. I'm gonna go ahead and buff up my weapon actually, because this is gonna get kind of crazy. Yeah, let's see if I can get the dog to start coming at me. And there's a pursuer over here. There's just all manner of just bad things that can happen. I would not advise you to attack or try to kill the pursuer. I wouldn't do it, not yet. Just you want to unlock this. You want to unlock the. So I'm gonna run. There's a door over here, shortcut. So you just want to unlock that actually first, and besides all these dogs and stuff, you got dogs up in your face and pursuer and this, these soldiers and stuff. Just don't, just go this way. It's so much easier. And I already killed these guys so many times because of their good drops, and I killed this guy over here so many times that they're not spawning anymore, you know. So I can come back over here and actually, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on here. There's a guy over here, and there's also I think it's an Estus shard or large shard, something shard. Yeah, both. Okay, cool. So you want to grab those, and you want to knock these things over, actually. And you definitely, and you kind of, yeah, you want to knock this one over too. Alright, because, there is, we're going to kill that pursuer. And in order to kill that pursuer, you definitely want to get rid of those casks. But in order to kill the pursuer, you kind of want to get rid of those soldiers and the dogs and all that stuff before you even walk over there. And you don't want to have extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? Those pursuers are sometimes hard enough, you know what I mean? So, rest up, and we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Yeah, these dudes can kind of be annoying. Alright, so the dogs will start coming after us. They're pretty aggressive. And the soldiers, as soon as you shoot them, they'll aggro. And the dog is still trying to make its way. Problem is that, you know, I don't do a whole lot of damage with this thing. So maybe I'll come over here so the other one can't shoot me. Oh, see, they're moving. Here, maybe if I move over here, they'll come closer. We'll see how that goes. It might. Yeah, they're definitely moving. Oh, did you see that? Since when the arrows curve, man? It's like curveball. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, new strategy. Magic. Alright, let's see if I can... I know what to do. I'm gonna have to, do it like this. Yeah, see how much more damage? I should have just opened with this, you know what I mean? Alright, so I took a little bit of damage, and here's the dog. Okay, I'm gonna heal up, with a life gem, and buff my weapon. Get my Estus flask equipped. I guess I could have gone back to Rejewel to make sure I have as many as I can get. But, you know, it's like whatever. Let's get that charge. Oh, that was a quick one. I should have healed up right there. Alright, so I gotta get close before I can heal up. There we go. Because... Ooh. Yeah, because if you're gonna just back away from him and heal up, that's a mistake. You don't heal quick enough in this game to be doing that type of stuff. Oof. I think it's high time I actually increase my agility, you know, because I'm dodging and not getting enough iframes. A good number is like 92. 92 is pretty good. 96 is pretty good. You know, those are good numbers. Is there a drop over that miss? No. Okay. I have like the absolute bare minimum at 88. You know what I mean? So could be a good idea. All right. So at this point. Look, we're pretty much at the end of the time, so I did want to go to the gutter. I really wanted to go to the gutter, but I kind of wanted to make sure I got all these things knocked out, because now I'm going to have 8 Estus flasks, and my character is pretty well good. Your guys' character should be pretty well good. If you need to farm up souls, look, this is a very good farm. And in fact, honestly, it's probably a good idea to go through here too. Maybe in the next video, the first thing I'll do is go through here, because behind that wall there's some guys that you can farm up. They're those ones that'll jump on at you, and they're really weak though, so you can like kind of range attack them and stuff like that, and they'll die. Or if you can use a whip will kill them. So, and they're worth, I think, like 1,000 souls plus these dogs. They sometimes drop those large nameless shards, which are 1,000 souls. Those big guys over there can drop the lingering flame spell, which is pretty cool, and they're worth like, I think, 800 or something, 600 souls. So there's a lot of good things to be farming over here for souls and for items and stuff like that. So check that out, level up, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Dungeon, and take it easy, everyone.